Meet Berries, the AI-powered scribe that writes your therapy notes for you. Secure and private with no recording stored, and EMR ready with one click. Join over 8,000 clinicians saving time and staying present in sessions. And right now, save $50 off your first month with code TherapyShow50, Berries, so you can focus on care, not notes.
Welcome to the Therapy Show. I'm Lisa Mustard, your host and guide on this journey of learning and professional growth. Here, we transform the way you earn continuing education contact hours. Whether you're on a walk, on a break in between sessions, commuting, or even preparing dinner, you can engage with cutting-edge insights from leading subject matter experts. Each episode features conversations with seasoned professionals who share effective techniques and tools tailored for busy therapists like you. Our goal is to enrich your practice and fit seamlessly into your active life, ensuring you stay informed and inspired without the hassle of traditional methods. You can say goodbye to sitting in front of a computer screen watching hours and hours of recorded trainings. Instead, we make continuing education as easy and accessible as your favorite podcast. So make sure to visit the website, lisamustard.com, to sign up for our continuing education membership. It's a fantastic way to earn your credits while enjoying the podcast. Join us on the Therapy Show, where your professional development continues wherever you are. Please note that the content provided in this podcast is for informational and educational purposes only and is not intended to replace professional mental health care, diagnose, or treatment. Always seek the advice of your own licensed mental health provider or medical professional regarding your specific situation. While I am a licensed marriage and family therapist and my guests are also professional counselors, the discussions in this podcast are meant to offer general insights and should not be taken as personalized therapeutic advice. Listening to this podcast does not establish a therapist-client relationship with me or any of my guests. If you are experiencing a mental health crisis or have thoughts of harming yourself or others, please contact a mental health professional, call 911, or go to the nearest emergency room immediately. You can also reach out to a crisis hotline such as the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline at 988 in the United States for immediate support. Every individual's journey is unique, and what works for one person may not be suitable for another, so please use discretion and seek appropriate care as needed. Well, hey friends, welcome back to another episode of The Therapy Show. I'm your host, Lisa Mustard, and today I'm diving into a tough but timely topic. How do you stay connected with family when you don't see eye to eye politically? So if you've ever walked away from a family dinner feeling tense, misunderstood, or completely drained, trust me, you are not alone. I totally get it. Politics can stir things up, and when it's with family, the emotions run even deeper. I created my Coping with Political Stress ebook and workbook because I kept hearing from my clients, from colleagues and friends, Lisa, I am so exhausted from these conversations. I don't want politics to ruin my relationships. And to make it even more helpful, I recently added a custom AI companion guide called Peaceful Politics. It's designed to give you feedback, practice responses, and offer tools for reflection and self-care whenever you need them. But just a quick note, I've made it for adults. So if you are 18 years of age and up, it is intended for you. So in this episode, I'll walk you through why these conversations feel so charged, share some strategies that you can use, and give you a practical exercise from my guide. Not too long ago, I found myself in one of these moments. I was with a family member that I love dearly, and out of nowhere, the conversation turned political, and my chest tightened up, my heart was racing, and I felt myself wanting to jump in and defend my point of view. It was really, really tough because I know this person loves me and I love this person. But in that moment, it felt like we were on completely different sides. And here is the thing, I had to make a choice. Do I push harder and risk damaging the relationship? Or do I pause, take a breath, and remind myself that my love for this person is bigger than my need to win? Because even as a therapist who teaches these skills day in and day out, I get pulled into the emotional whirlwind too. But what helped me shift was leaning on the very tools I now share in my guide. Why does this feel so difficult? Well, first, politics feels personal. It's not just about policies, it's about values, beliefs, and fears about the future. And second, family bonds are deep. And with family, it's rarely just about politics. Our shared history, personalities, and even old wounds can bubble up in these moments. Different temperaments and levels of self esteem also affect how each person shows up. And there are also unspoken family roles. Every family seems to have them: the peacemaker, the fighter, the quiet one. And those roles often show up in political conversations too. And there are also generational differences. Parents, siblings, and kids often view the world differently simply because of the times they grew up in. What shaped their worldview is not the same as what shaped yours. And sometimes it's about identity and belonging. Disagreements can bring up deeper fears, like not being fully accepted or feeling othered in your own family. And finally, our stress response kicks in. That racing heart, tight shoulders, or the urge to argue, that's your nervous system doing its job, telling you threat detected. When we understand all these layers, it helps us approach family clashes with more compassion for ourselves and for the people we love. So, here are some practical tools to help you navigate these conversations. Set your boundaries gently. Try this: I'd rather not talk about politics right now. Tell me about how your job's going. Because boundaries don't have to be harsh, they can be kind. Find common ground. Even if you disagree on policies, you might share values like fairness, safety, or wanting the best for your kids. So call that out. It's a reminder that you're still on the same team. Listen to understand and not to win. Instead of gearing up for debate, try, help me understand why you feel that way. You don't have to agree, but showing respect changes the tone. Protect your own peace. So ground yourself before the gathering. Breathe, stretch, pray, whatever works for you. And if things get heated, step outside for a break. Agree to disagree. It's okay to say, we may never see this the same way, and that's all right. You can love your family and disagree with them. And timing does matter. Don't dive into politics when everyone's tired, emotional, or even after a few glasses of wine. Use humor wisely. A lighthearted comment can sometimes shift the energy and remind everyone you still enjoy each other. And have a plan beforehand. Decide in advance what's off limits for you. How much are you willing to engage? Having clarity helps you feel less trapped. And of course, lean on your friends and allies. If you've got a sibling, cousin, or partner who's also trying to keep things calm, lean on them. Sometimes an ally redirecting the topic is all it takes. Here's a simple exercise from my Coping with Political Stress guide. Grab a notebook and jot down 3 values you share with your family that have nothing to do with politics. Maybe it's humor, love, faith, or traditions, and there's so many values out there. You don't have to use mine. The next time a conversation gets tense, bring those values to mind and let them be your anchor. And this is where the Peaceful Politics AI companion really shine, because you can ask it these things like, I'm feeling overwhelmed by politics. What can I do right now? Here's another one you can ask it. Can you help me practice a calm response to a heated family argument? Or how about this one? Walk me through setting boundaries on social media. That's one of my favorites. And how can I keep perspective when the news feels nonstop? And many, many more. Lots of things you can ask this Peaceful Politics AI companion. It gives you personalized suggestions and reflection prompts, like having a coach you can check in with anytime. And again, it's designed for adults, so it's best used by those 18 and older. Even if you handle the conversation well, you might still feel drained. That's where the aftercare comes in. Journal your thoughts and feelings, move your body, take a walk, stretch, get some fresh air, call a trusted friend to process, or sometimes just let it go. Not everything needs to be unpacked. Give yourself grace because these conversations are hard. So I'd love to hear from you. What's been your hardest political conversation with family? How did you handle it? Or how do you wish you had? You can email me at lisa@lisamustard.com. And here's a little challenge for you. At your next family gathering, pick just one of these strategies and try it out. Then notice how it changes the tone. You have to remember, because at the end of the day, you can't always change someone's political beliefs, but you can change how you show up. You can choose compassion, you can set boundaries, and you can protect your own peace. If today's episode hit home, check out my Coping with Political Stress, a practical guide for uncertain times. It's packed with exercises, reflection prompts, and now the Peaceful Politics AI Companion Guide is included. and that gives you personalized support whenever you need it. You can grab your copy at lisamustard.com/political stress. One more thing for my fellow therapists out there listening, I also created something just for you, the Deep Dive Therapist Conversation Framework, Navigating Politics and Therapy Without Taking Sides. It's a printable guide with 97 questions to help you guide clients through tough political discussions with neutrality and compassion. And you'll find it at lisamustard.com/deep dive. Of course, I'll drop those links in the show notes if you can't remember them. And if you found this episode helpful, please share it with a friend or leave a review. It really helps others find these resources. Thanks for tuning into the Therapy Show. Remember, love doesn't require agreement, and peace begins with you. Until next time, take care of yourself and your relationships. Please note that the Therapy Show with Lisa Mustard is for informational and entertainment purposes only, and not a substitute for professional medical or mental health advice. Always consult with your therapist, doctor, or physician before implementing any suggestions from the show. The Therapy Show with Lisa Mustard is edited and engineered by Chelsea Weaver. If you're looking to start a podcast or ready to take the editing off of your plate, be sure to visit chelseaweaverpodcasting.com. Well, that wraps up another episode of the Therapy Show with Lisa Mustard. I know there are hundreds of thousands of podcasts out there, and I'm thankful you've chosen to listen to mine. Be sure to visit lisamustard.com to access the show notes and discover all the pod courses and other continuing education offerings. And I'd be grateful if you subscribe to the show. Thank you.